I thought we played a complete football game. That's what the challenge was for our guys to have tunnel vision on doing their job, playing a football game. We wanted to play a complete game, and regardless of the scoreboard, regardless of the opponent, all the things we talk about all the time of how you have to play, regardless of who's in the football game. Regardless of where we're at, the guys keep playing, and whether it's a good play, a bad play. I thought we did that today. Watch the film and get the corrections made. We're able to get a lot of guys valuable playing time today, which is important for the upcoming schedule we have. Down the next part of the season. So to get, I think we had 14, 15 freshmen play today out there. We had some redshirt freshmen were able to get out there for some first real extended playing time. So, the only way you learn how to play the game, is to go out there, play full speed, play against another opponent, make your mistake, get it corrected, go out there and play again and get it right. So, a lot of good film to be able to teach off of with those guys. And overall I thought we were efficient in what we were trying to get done. Offensively, we had the first drive that was, we got pinned back there on a really good punt by the other team, by VMI, and had a negative play to start out. So we're kind of behind the eight ball. But then from then on, I thought first half, I thought Haynes did a good job managing the football game. Then the second half, we were able to get Zach in. Zach did a really good job. Played a little bit in the first half and some of the situational things that he does. But I think you're seeing what Zach was doing all preseason camp as well, and then to get Philo in and the experience with him and then Brody, that was pretty uplifting for the whole sideline to see Brody in there and making plays and doing things. And so all in all, anytime you can play a lot of guys, get a clean win, come out injury free, it's a positive. So with that, open for any questions.
We've been asking you about Trillian Maddox and finally got a chance to see him. Just how great is that story for him to get in and play well in his first game, probably less than a year out from the knee injury like he had?
Yeah, we've been waiting on the time for him to be right. He's been cleared for a couple of weeks from the medical standpoint, but with those types of things, it's the mental standpoint where they have to be ready to go. And I think it was last week and a half ago, whatever it was, when he said, I'm ready. And we were waiting for the time to be able to get him in, and he went in the second series, was able to get carries. You could see still a little tentativeness in him as he's going through there, but I think you saw what we've been seeing also in the fact that he falls forward, he gets positive yardage, he's a big back, and he's only going to get better and better as he gets more reps.
Coach, kind of on the same note, Sylvain, he got in and got a sack today, first sack since before his knee injury. What can you say about him and his progression?
Yeah, anytime you have those types of injuries, it's hard as they work to come back from them, and then once they finally get back and they are playing, you start to see that a little bit. You see the ups and downs, and they're fine, but there's a lot of scar tissue and those things, and that you have to break up. And he's just kind of been steady, and to see him be able to make a big play today, really just over a year out from his injury. Again, he's somebody that everyone on the team loves. He's been here a long time. So to see him be able to go, and look, credit to the training staff and then the weight room and those guys that have really rehabbed those guys for the last year, from their injuries, and to have those guys be able to come back and play in a football game.
Okay. Bob?
Another freshman, Taj Butler. What have you seen from the progress of him from this spring until now? He seems to be making plays now.
Yeah, he is. He's getting, like all the other guys, he's getting reps, getting valuable reps out there, getting better and better. And he's such a conscientious kid. He's a smart football player. He's going to be a really good linebacker for us. He comes in, he gets his corrections. He takes it to heart. He loves playing the game. So again, like the other ones, looking for more and more increased playing time, but also increased production.
Yeah.
Can you expand on getting a lot of guys playing time with the stretch you've been through? You got ACC play next week before a bye week, and how vital that was to get some guys rested today?
Yeah, I don't think it's not. We don't look at it as resting. We don't go into any football game planning to play, somebody for a half or a quarter. I mean, that's just not the way you plan games at all. As soon as you plan something that way, all right, you got a dogfight with 5 minutes to go in the game, and that's not how we go about it. We meet on Friday night, and we green light, red light guys that have the ability to play, and then it becomes, really does the game dictate those guys being able to go? So, but it is. I mean, we got another game next week, and before the bye week, and then a stretch down the second half of the season. So, it's not to me. It's not as much getting the guys rest. I mean, a game is actually less load on their body than a Tuesday, Wednesday practice. It's getting the other guys the experience to be able to add to the depth and have experience depth that was important, I thought.
Calvin?
It's been a rough stretch defensively for you guys. How important was it for these guys to see some success on the field, to get their confidence going, and to have some real fruitful results for most of the game?
Yeah, it was better than not having good results. Fruityful. Is that what you said? Fruityful. Fruityful. Like fruit roll up. fruit. No, it was good. I mean, we know we didn't play up to the expectations that we have last week on the defensive side of the football. Players know that. And look, it's not just coaches that come off the way, man. Players understand that too, and they work really hard this week to correct those things and to be able to play. Like I said, opening up, not play, not let circumstances around the game dictate how they play. So, hopefully we can continue to build on that, continue to be fruitful, and build on it for next week.
Okay. Or back here.
Coach, how important is it to have games like this where you're able to play freshmen in the second half?
Well, I mean, same thing I just said with Kelly. It's we don't go into those games planning on playing guys. It's if the game ends up dictating that, it's good to get those guys in. And look, it's not. I think I said on Tuesday, it's not the YMCA, and it's not. I mean, these guys deserved to go in the game because of how they've worked and practiced for. Really, I think we're in week 9, going into week 10. Since we started preseason camp. So, and then they went out and they deserve to get out there by the way they practice, and then earn the ability to stay in there with the way they play.
Right here.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about Amari Harvey. He had kind of that forced fumble early in the game that set the tone defensively. Just talk about his play this season and just that kind of being the tone setter defensively today.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see Amari make a really big play, and then run straight to the sideline and celebrate on the sideline. Oh, that was the best thing for Amari. But it does. I mean, that's part of it now. That's big. And when you look at how Amari's progressed really from the second half of the season last year through now, right? He hadn't just progressed as a football player on the field, playing corner, playing special teams. He's progressed from a mental standpoint of how he goes about his business, understanding that he has a job to do and he does his job and have fun with his teammates. And I just told him as I was walking over here, I whispered in his ear and just told him, I'm really proud of him. Really, really proud of Amari. And look, there's a lot of good football players that some of them you're proud of, some of them you aren't proud of at times. But I'm proud of Amari because the things he's doing outside of the whistle are allowing him to be more productive during the whistle.
Okay. Brent?
Early on, you talked about Haynes and the way that he was able to manage the offense really well. How much was today an example of how comfortable he's become in this offense and just how much he's grown over the last year?
Yeah, look at it. Where was he? Maybe I'll take that back, and maybe I misspoke when I say management of the game. I mean, 17 of 22 for 275 and 3 touchdowns and a half is not really managing the game. That's playing pretty good. I don't care, what opponent, and that's just. I mean, it's been a continuation of what he's done this season. The good thing is when you get to the position where everyone doesn't have to look at one person to make a play when things aren't going great. We have other guys that are, helping take that load off of one person's shoulders, and when that happens, it's pretty. It happens everywhere when that happens that person starts to play even better. right? They don't have that pressure of one play having to win a game or be perfect on it. And he's done a good job protecting the football. He understands situational ball, situations within the situations, when he can force it, when he doesn't need to force it. So I'm happy with the way he's playing right now.
Okay, time for 2 more. Rob?
How nice is it to have a weapon like Zach Byron when you get inside the 5 and you don't have to have Haynes out there sticking his nose in there, and you got Zach is a pretty strong runner down there.
Yeah, it's good to have Zach for a lot of reasons. It's as well as Haynes is playing. Let's don't lose sight of the fact that Haynes isn't playing that way if Zach Byron's not practicing that way either. All right, and like I said, guys, they earn the ability to go on the field with how they work during the week, and he's earned every one of those reps with how he's practiced through all of training camp up until now.
Okay, and last one right back here in the corner.
Yeah, Coach, after such a dominant win, what steps will you go about to take to keep the team focused on the next game and the game after that?
No different than we did last Sunday, right? I mean, let them enjoy it and be with their families and friends tonight. And we go on the road and ACC play versus a team that had a bye week this week. We'll walk back in this building and start workouts and meetings and whatnot. It's on to Louisville now. Are they ranked?
19.
Okay, ranked opponent on the road in conference. I mean, there's not much else needs to be said as far as focus of the football team.